Hey everybody, Jenny Tooley here. I just decided I was going to pop on tonight, spontaneously, and do a little, do a little time on breath, meditation, and gratitude. So I know a lot of people who out there is feeling anxious, stressed out, freaking out, a little overwhelmed. Yeah, you're welcome to answer in the comments. Uh, I'm sure that everybody, if you aren't feeling one of those things, I need to know what you're doing because I'm doing a lot of really wonderful spiritual tools and practices and practical tools and practices to maintain my sanity and my serenity right now. And I'm still feeling I'm feeling a little pressure, a little anxious and a little stress in my body. So I also know a lot of people out there are having a hard time sleeping. So let's do some breathing work. I have taught breath work for many, many decades now, it seems. When I was teaching yoga, I always ended with a sequence, and it was breathing practice followed by meditation and gratitude. So let's just do that tonight. All right? So if you're in for it, say hi, just check in. I'll do my best to acknowledge your presence unless we're meditating. And let's jump into it. So let's talk quickly. I'm going to do like the crash course in breathing because a lot of us don't know how to breathe. I was so surprised. I learned how to breathe when I became a yoga teacher in my late 20s, so like 20 years ago. I did not learn how to breathe when I was in school. I learned how to breathe when I was a baby. So if you ever watch a baby breathe, you see their big old belly, it gets all nice and big. Babies know how to breathe. They breathe deep into their belly. Their diaphragm is nice and soft. They're taking deep breaths. Then somewhere along the way, we lose track. We just lose it. We somehow, I don't know what it is we do, but we do something and we lose track of our breath. So a lot of us are breathing up here in our chest, like little short breaths. If you're doing that, you may be feeling some of the symptoms of that, which would be anxiety, maybe even hyperventilating sometimes, being stressed out a lot. So let's talk about first quickly what the breath does for us, and then how to get out of this chest breathing and into that nice diaphragmatic breathing or belly breath. So your breath, what's it do? Well, basically your body's made of cells. Your entire body is made of cells. Everything in your body is made out of cells. Your skin, your organs, your tissues, everything. And those cells need energy, and the energy comes from oxygen. So when you inhale, you're inhaling the oxygen down into your lungs, right? It transfers out into your bloodstream, and then it gets carried to all those cells from the top of your head to the tip of your toes to your fingertips, and it feeds them this wonderful, fresh oxygen. So you really need that breath. Gotta breathe. So we get that oxygen into the cells, and they're like, yeah, man, we're gonna go for it. And then they burn off the oxygen, they create waste. So when you exhale, what's happening is cellular waste is going into your bloodstream, it's going into your lungs and out your breath. So this cycle is really important. And I want you to think tonight as you're breathing, when you're inhaling, inhale fresh oxygen, that's cell energy for your cells, and exhaling the cellular waste and anything you don't need anymore. So that's the really quick, that's what our breath is for. We learn that sometime in biology, but somewhere I think we forget about, what our breath is really doing for us. It's also triggering up our nervous system. So let's talk about the process of breathing. When you breathe, your diaphragm, if I can get back far enough, I'm not going to be able to get back that far, but your diaphragm is this big old muscle hanging out right underneath your rib cage. And when you exhale, it closes up like this. So it's pushing the air out, the lungs get smaller, the ribs go in, the air is going out. And then when you inhale, you're actually bringing that diaphragm down and opening up, and it's creating a vacuum, right? It's sucking in air, and your rib cage opens up. So you want those muscles to not be tight. You want them to be nice and loose and wide so that you can inhale, bring in lots of oxygen, open up the diaphragm, exhale, push the air out. If you're locked up in your belly from stress or even sometimes really working those abs a little bit too much, there's nowhere for your diaphragm to go, so you're not getting a deep breath. And sometimes you just learned how to breathe in properly. So you're like locked down in your ribs and your belly, so your breath can only go to here. And what is happening there? Hyperventilation, and it's also telling your brain, oh, yeah, your brain and your nervous system, it's saying, hey, I'm in trouble. We need to go into fight or flight. Because if you're taking those short breaths, it means something's wrong. That's what it's telling your body. So let's correct that, okay? We're going to get out of fight or flight. Because if we're always in fight or flight, if we're always in stress and anxiety, if we live consistently in that place, our nervous system is redirecting its energy, like our body's energies, to the places that need it to fight or flee. So our heart's beating fast, fast, fast. If your heart's beating fast, fast, fast all the time, what happens? Eventually you have heart problems. If you're in fight or flight all the time, your body is redirecting that energy to those muscles, the heart, the breath, and it's shutting down your digestive system. So what's going to happen there? Digestive problems. It's shutting down your reproductive system. You don't need that to fight or flee. So what's going to happen there? You got it. You're getting the idea. All kinds of stuff. So let's do some nice deep breathing. Let's get started. Okay. This is going to be great for anybody who is really anxious right now, stressed out, or having a hard time sleeping. All right? So we're just going to sit comfortably and sit up so you have a lot of space in your belly and in your side bodies. If you're laying on the ground, this is perfect practice to lay on the ground. If you're laying on the ground or on your bed, you can put your hands on your belly and feel your belly rise and fall underneath your hands. And if you don't feel your belly rising and falling underneath your hands, then this is going to be a great practice for you to start to redirect the breath. That means your chest breathing. It's breathing anxiety. Okay, so if you're on the ground, the hands are on the belly. If you're sitting in a chair, just sit up nice and tall. Give your belly permission to be soft. We want to have room for the diaphragm to go down toward the belly so we can get a nice deep breath. All right, we're going to take a nice inhale. Inhale through the nose and breathe down toward your belly. Past your ribs, past your chest, down toward your belly. Let the side body get big and then exhale fully. And another inhale. See if you can extend the breath nice and long. If that doesn't come naturally to you at first, that's okay. That's why we're practicing. So continuing to inhale down toward the belly, allowing the breath to rise into the chest, and exhaling from the chest down into the belly. Draw the belly button in toward the spine. And one more time, inhaling, nice big belly. Exhaling, belly draws in, and just push all the air out. Use that diaphragm to push the air out. Beautiful. And then relax the breath. Now that has probably already brought you to, notice how much slower I'm talking now? That's probably already brought you to a much more calm space. Okay? We're going to continue into that place. We want to work toward being calm and content here as much as possible. There's enough crazy going on out here. Let's focus inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a counted breath, and you can do this anytime, anywhere. All right? So we're going to inhale to the count of 4, and then hold the breath for 4, exhale to the count of 4, and hold the breath for 4. This is called a box breath. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Okay? So just settling into your seat, we're going to inhale to the count of 4, hold the breath for 4, and exhale to 4. Hold the breath for 4, inhale to 4, hold the breath, you got it. So just finding that nice box breath, working at your own pace. allowing everything else just to drop away, focusing solely on your breath. Beautiful. Now as we come to the bottom of the next breath, I just want you to exhale completely and fully. And relax. And from here, as you come into that space, just know your body knows how to breathe. So we're going to let your body breathe on its own. And we're just going to take a nice little guided meditation here. All right. So just want you to close your eyes if you're somewhere that you can close your eyes and you feel comfortable doing that. And you've already been focused on your breath, so just stay with your breath. Watch it, see if you can let it go without controlling it. Just flowing in and out. And then I want you to bring your awareness to the thoughts in your mind. And just check in. What are they doing? What's the quality of your thoughts? How are they flowing? Are you hooked into your thoughts right now? See, there's this beautiful truth that it took me a while to really embrace, and it is, we are not our thoughts. We can actually disconnect from our thoughts and watch them. And we can choose which thoughts we want to get caught up in, or which thoughts we want to follow, or which ones we want to let take us away. So just being aware, seeing if you can separate and detach from your thoughts. Just witnessing your thoughts going by, letting them go. Anytime one wants to pick you up, let that thought go. It can drift away. And then I want you to imagine that you've got a box, a nice box, a big box in front of you. And you're going to take everything that came with you today, that is wearing you down, that you're carrying with you, you're going to put it in that box. Anything you're concerned about that's going to happen tomorrow, anything, people, places, things, they can all go in that box. So just pack up that box. Put the lid on the box, wrap it up in some nice beautiful paper, put a bow on it, and just set that box outside for right now. So all of those things that were, sitting on your shoulders, all those things you felt like you had to get back to, all those things that you're worried about, they're now in that box outside the door. And you're in a space now that's safe. And you can rest in this space. And if you're just joining us, just go ahead and close your eyes and become aware of your breath. And allow yourself to let go of everything around you. Beautiful. And then I want you to imagine that you're taking your awareness away from the thoughts in your mind and you're turning them down toward your heart. And in that heart center, there is love and joy and peace and truth. And it's that place where you know the truth for yourself. Keep your awareness in that space and just imagine that you're in a hammock or being held by loving hands. And you're just soaking up all of that goodness. And continue to breathe. If your mind gets distracted, that's okay. Just bring your awareness right back to that heart center. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we're going to do something here. We're just going to stay quiet for a moment. Those distractions may want to come and grab you up. They'll be there later, don't worry. You can be right here, right now. Beautiful. And then I want you to extend your breath. You can take a nice little sigh. Maybe you want to stretch it out, wiggle your fingers and toes. Just give a nice ee. Come back into your body. Put a little smile on your face if you can. Oh, nice. Very nice. All right. So we went through breathing, meditation. Now we're going to finish off with some gratitude. Ooh, gratitude. Gratitude is a cure for many things. And I've learned that often gratitude isn't about actually feeling gratitude all the time. It's practicing gratitude. So even if you're not feeling so grateful right now, that's okay. Just come up with 5 things that you're grateful for right now. They don't have to be big things. When I started this practice, and many times now, when I do this practice, I stick with very simple things. Sometimes it's hard to feel grateful. And like I said, we don't have to feel grateful for it yet. We just need to practice the gratitude, and eventually we'll be feeling the gratitude. So 5 things you're grateful for. If you want to put them in the comments, that would be awesome. I'm not set up quite right here to do mine yet in the comments, but I'll add some later. But I will, let's see. Gratitude. What am I grateful for today? Oh my gosh, I'm grateful for the beautiful sunshine we had. I'm grateful that I got to walk around in my neighborhood. I'm grateful for, I was on a meeting with some other like-minded people earlier, and that was wonderful. I'm grateful for my cats, and I'm grateful for the great dinner that I made myself tonight. So, yeah. Simple stuff, right? It makes all the difference, though. Once I start seeing all the wonderful things in my life, then all the wonderful things just start getting bigger. So there you go, you guys. I'm glad that I decided just to hop on and check in with you guys. And, if you want to say hi or respond in the comments, that's fantastic. And if not, that's cool too. And I hope you have a beautiful night and that you are able to take some of this calm and this groundedness that you found here out into the rest of your night, or if you're watching this in a replay, into the rest of your day. All right, you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you next time.